Alright everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. This is the first in the series of the how to use for units, monsters, whatever. So today I'm going to be talking about Horus. Now, if you got this guy, you're pretty damn lucky because you just got one of the most versatile, useful units in the game. Now, Horus' special ability is to boost adjacent monster attack speed, ability cast speed by 180%. Now, this percent is going to be the same as a maxed level Speedy. However, the benefit is that with Speedy, you do got to spend a little bit of gold. With Horus, you get that locked 180% buff at the very start, right? So that means that you're not really going to want to dump a lot of gold into Horus. As you see, even now, Horus not necessarily struggling with the joint revenge monsters, but you know, he did let one pass through. So he's not going to have the greatest base attack stats, and his ability is not going to change if you upgrade him either, right? So with that being said, you don't really need to spend gold on Horus. You don't really need to spend power stones on Horus unless you have upgrades on everything else, and you know, you can just dump your resources somewhere. And so that's one of the especially good parts about Horus. Now, of course, I said before that Horus does have the same buff as Speedy, and a lot of the times I see mistakes with newer players in terms of just positioning these units, right? If you're a new player, I'm just go over some examples for how you could maybe incorporate Horus into some beneficial setups. A really common way to farm in the game is going to Joint Revenge normal or hard and going with the Clyde Flamey setup. Now, normally you would have a Speedy up front, and I'm just going to make it here. You would probably have a setup with Speedy in the middle. You would maybe have a Clyde here. You would maybe have a Flamey here. I have Mr. Flamey, but you know, you get the point. You have regular Flamey, and you know, maybe drop a Felina or some, you know, easily obtained all map damage that you got, right? So I'm gonna just use a Felina as the example. Now, you know, this is pretty decent for farming in the early game, you know, get your gold and whatnot. But now that you have Horus, you can change up this setup a little bit and make it just a little bit more efficient, right? Flamey Clyde still up front. However, you're gonna make sure to put the Horus up front now. I don't know why I scrolled all the way down. All right, Horus up front, and then you can move the Speedy to the back. That way you get the speed buff on Felina, so she can all map cast a little bit more, and you still have the most important attack speed buff up front. Always put Horus closer to the front than Speedy. Like, that's 99% of the time what you want, because Horus himself does have an actual attack. You can influence units, and of course usually you want your best attacking units to be in the front. There are a couple of exceptions, but stacking damage in the front is going to be the most impactful because enemies come out at the front. With that being said, Horus, again, incredibly versatile. However, you want to make sure that you're buffing someone who actually has a, I guess, recastable ability or, you know, a spammable attack that you want. So one example that would be pretty bad to use Horus in is, let's say you had the King in Yellow, right? The King in Yellow is a unit that is going to be able to use basically a one-time map cast with a very strong influence, right? However, when you do put down the King in Yellow, you'll just cast his ability once and then you're done, right? Not really a lot of point in speeding that up and speeding the attack speed of the King in Yellow, because he is going to be a more utility based unit, not going to have the best damage. So you want to put Horus on stuff that has repeating abilities, stuff like Amaterasu. Of course, the farming units I talked about earlier, something like Jiraiya would be really good as well, just based on the map and setup you're doing, right? Even in all those elemental setups, you're going to see Horus a lot, just buffing the main carry, whether it be Zeus, Amaterasu, whether you want to use one of those new mythics. I can't believe it's 29 now. Pixio, please, free account, please. Yeah, no, I can't grind out all the stuff for these videos if I'm going to talk about everything. But yeah, no, Horus, incredibly versatile, powerful unit. No need to upgrade him. Put him in front of Speedy. Sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. Put him in front of Speedy to buff the stuff you want, to have repeat casts, whatnot, farming setups, completion setups, whatever. You hit gold. Horus is great. Thanks for watching.